Assalamu alaikum. My name is Hakim. So I am a student of the language, the Arabic language. So I began really studying Arabic since 3 years for now. But when I was younger, I was at a school, primary school here in Canada, Muslim school. So we learned to read Arabic. So we learned the alphabet, but not that much. And after this, I got out of this school, and so after a few years, when I was 16, I wanted to learn again the Arabic. I wanted to understand what the Imam say on the minbar, on the Yom al-Jumu'ah. So I began first by how to say this?
Say it in French, okay.
Apprendre, to learn again the alphabet, and to learn how to read, because I have forgotten everything. So I had to. I knew the alphabet, but very slightly. So I had to redo it all again, and so I had a goal during one of the month of Ramadan, and it was to read the Quran completely in Arabic, even though if it takes me 4 hours a day or 3 hours a day.
Wow.
So I was reading I think one part per day. It would take me 2 hours or 3 hours, and so this helped me a lot to regain this the ability to read in Arabic a little bit more fluently, because I could not read a single phrase, a single sentence, unless it took me 15 minutes.
How fast you were reading? You can give us some examples.
Yes, I was maybe I could say el, ha, and then I had to go back to the word, to the beginning of the word. So okay, alif, lam. So I could say el, ham, du, and then I could continue. Wow. So that was at the beginning, but at the end, when I was finished reading the Quran completely, then I could read much faster.
So which means that if each day you were reading one juzu, one part, which means 20 page, almost 20 page on that speed, which quite take some 3-4 hours. Yeah.
And another thing is that I was reading the translation after or before, even before reading in Arabic, I was reading in the translation, so that I can acquire a little bit of vocabulary too. And so after, it's good to know how to read, but we have to know what we are reading. So I had to start learning really the Arabic language, memorizing some vocabulary, learning grammar, and everything. So to do so, I had very limited resources, because I wanted to learn at home, and I didn't want to pay anything, because I don't have money. I didn't have money. I'm a student, so it was a summer, and I looked some websites, and I found one when there is 4 books that the students, the non-Arab students, study at the Jamia of Medina, the University of Medina. So I started with these books, and there was the book in format PDF, and also there was some recording of the lessons. So I started with this, and it took me about 2 months during the summer to complete the first book. It helped me a lot. After this, I could read the Quran or read any easy text, and understanding which is the subject, which is the verb, and everything. So that was very beneficial for me, but it was not enough. I had to practice. So it's good, because at home I live with my father also, He's an Algerian, so I could practice with him. Maybe when we're eating together, I could speak some words in Arabic. It could help me to understand, not understand, but interiorize the vocabulary and have it really in my heart, So and start thinking in Arabic. So
was he speaking with you classical Arabic or Algerian Arabic?
yes, in classical Arabic, because he saw that I was trying to learn Arabic, and he wanted me to learn classical Arabic.
Very good.
And so he was forcing him to speak in classical Arabic, and that was a good thing for me. And so after this, I had to also to listen more of people speaking Arabic, so I could attend more lectures at the mosques. Or what I did that really was beneficial for me is that I started looking at TV. How to say this?
TV shows.
TV shows, yes, the Arabic TV shows.
Or episodes.
Yeah,
series.
episodes, series, yeah. In Arabic, completely in Arabic, but I had the subtitles in French, so that I could read while I'm listening, and I could associate words in Arabic and from my own language, which is French. So this helped me a lot. Actually, I've looked this series of episodes twice. The first time, I was always reading the subtitles. The second time, it was finished. I could stop reading the subtitles because I could understand very more. And so after this, I stopped.
And those episodes, they were in classical Arabic, of course.
Yes, there was in classical Arabic, because it was episodes about the life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So yes, it was in classical Arabic.
Very good.
Yes. So after this, I stopped for a while learning Arabic, because I had to go to school and had some other things to do. So, but still, I was still going to the mosque and hearing some lectures in Arabic, and it helped me to stay in contact with the Arabic language. And after a while, I could have even though I stopped learning, I still have it in my head, in my heart, so I can sometimes think in Arabic. So this helped me to acquire a higher level in Arabic.
Very good.
And now I'm here with Ustad Ahmed, taking a course. So alhamdulillah.
How do you think that? Now, of course, I don't think I did much for you, because you were with students with much lower level than your level. So I think that if there was the whole class in your level, we could go further than what we did so far. But however, do you think that studying the grammar, of course we couldn't do much with 2 hours per week, unlike the university regular studies that students, they usually spend between 16 hours to 30 hours per week for studying Arabic in major or minor studies. But basically we have here like voluntary studies that it comes on the weekend only, with 2 hours only, that we couldn't do much. And with this restraint of time, the only way to pass the most benefit to students is just by going to grammar, which is not necessarily an enjoyable method to use. But anyway, do you think after being exposed to that way of grammar by visualizing every grammar and seeing boxes, seeing colors, and instead of memorizing grammars or memorizing Alfiyat ibn Malik or poetry the old-fashioned way, do you think that this is easy way, that it's enjoyable to see grammar this way, visualized like that manner?
With the box?
With the boxes?
Without the letters, or just having the basic concepts?
Yeah.
Yes, because the thing is that everyone is not at the same level. And so having these representation is good to have the basic idea, because if we have only the rule and there's no image behind this rule or to show it, then it's going to be hard for the students to keep it in their mind. So it helps to visualize the rule, every rule. So it helps a lot.
So everybody, without differences, having the differences in their level in Arabic, they can have all of them understand the rule in the same way. And also, regardless of their vocabularies, you have much vocabularies than your colleagues, and they can understand the rule as you can with them. So because it's not related to vocabulary, we don't give examples, so you will be slave of the examples. To be able to understand the rule, you have to understand the example of the rule first. But of course, after understanding the rules, we can have different examples depending on your set of vocabulary, which is different from the other students. Each student can give his vocabulary or her vocabulary depending on what he knows about it. Okay, we would like to emphasize here about the role of the teacher and the role of the memorizer. How much commitment it's required from the teacher, how much commitment is required from the students in order to advance in learning Arabic language.
Well, for me, from my experience, I think that the student has to do at least 100% of
yes.
the work. Yeah, 100, no, maybe not 100, but with having with some support, might be a book, lectures online, or a real professor, a real teacher. So, but for me, the teacher is there to help, so to facilitate the study. But it is possible to study all by yourself and to learn a lot. However, having a teacher is going to be faster to study, I guess. And so I think that the student has to do all of the effort, and the teacher is there to direct this effort, in which way he has to do the effort. So this is my view of this.
Yes, absolutely, I agree with you. I think myself that the teacher is facilitator, is just gonna be like kind of pioneer in front of the students, telling them this is the way, this is how you do it. But if the students, they don't go home and they practice and they put some efforts, time in order to memorize, taking into consideration that myself I'm against memorization, so I don't want them to memorize, but at least there is minimum amount of any effort to be done by the students in order to advance. Without doing that kind of commitment, there won't be an advancement in learning the language. So now, one of the things that helps the students to advance is the management of the memory. And as I said, I'm against memorization, but however, what do you think is the best way to manage the memory related to the material given in class?
I think that you're going to memorize a lot faster if you practice. So without
practice,
without, because if you don't have practice, then and you try to memorize just like this, then you're gonna waste your time. And even with the vocabulary, the same thing. If you practice, let's say you go at home and on your stuff at home, maybe on the refrigerator, there's the word ثلاج. There's on the how do you say this, the four,
الفرن, الفرن, the oven,
on the oven.
You can put فرن
now, and you use every day, and on your everyday life, you try to memorize these words by using them, by practice. So it's gonna manage your memory, and it's gonna be a lot more useful.
And as a student at university, what is the best way? Usually you take the same lecture, the same material weekly, like every week, the same day you take that let's say lecture. So what you do usually to advance in your study?
what I should do, I don't do,
Okay.
is that after the class, when I go home, is to read again the lecture, my notes, to review and do some exercise, so that all what I've learned during the day doesn't go away, so that I can print it on my memory, on my mind. But I don't do this.
And during the week, do you think like having a revision during the week is gonna increase your chances to keep that memory fresh?
Yes, during the same week, for sure. Because when you and not being stressed, not doing the revision like 5 minutes before the course begin.
Yes.
This it's so hard to understand and learn. So to take it, to separate the study into easy parts, small amount of time every day or something is going to be better.
So from that point, when I'm asking the students to do half an hour for beginners, and if they are advanced, level 2 and more, just doing 15 minutes of Arabic every day. But if they are level 1, so they need more than 15 minutes in order to advance. So 30 minutes per day with 3 hours and a half to advance, to memorize the alphabet, see their shapes, how they get connected, how they get pronounced. And do you think it's a heavy duty to do just 3 hours and a half per week, in order to advance in a foreign language? Based on your experience, you did the hard job alone by that commitment to read the whole Quran in 4 hours consecutively in Ramadan. But I'm just asking the students, 15 minutes if they are level 2 and more, and half an hour if they are level 1, but per day in order to advance. Do you think it's enough? It should be the least?
Yes.
It can be decreased less than that?
Yes, I think it's, but the thing is that with 20 minutes is enough, or 30 minutes, but you have to do it every day, because if you do it the whole 3 hours and a half on only one day, you're not going to be as much concentrated by separating this time into small parts. So it's beneficial to separate, do every day small amount, and like this you're going to increase the concentration during your study time. And even if it is possible to split it into even more smaller parts, maybe 10 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the afternoon, then it's going to be even more beneficial, and you can decrease the number of hours.
Why not? Yes. Now, for the sake of proving that you did the miracle and you studied alone, so I would like to speak with you a couple of sentences in Arabic, so the people, they can figure out how far a person alone can learn Arabic and can go with pronunciation, taking in consideration that we are not providing a full environment of classical Arabic. We know that language skills are reading, writing, speaking, and listening. And one of the main problem in learning Arabic, that we don't have a classical environment that speak classical Arabic. We have a lot of Arabs around us, but most of them, they are disturbing. They are maybe saying just the greetings in classical Arabic, then turning to their slang. So taking consideration all this, you did the miracle, so congratulations. أنا أهنئك لأنك حققت المعجزة في أن تتكلم العربية وتفهم العربية لقدر جيد جدا وبدون مساعدة أحد. يعني مساعدة التي حصلت عليها عن طريق الإنترنت هي مساعدة بسيطة، لكن لا شك عندي أن الجهد الذي فعلته لوحدك والإصرار الذي قمت به هو الذي أوصلك إلى هذه النتيجة. كيف تظن أنك يعني الصبر، كيف جاءك هذا الصبر الكبير لكي تفعل ما فعلته في رمضانك الأول، أن تقرأ جزءا كاملا من القرآن بسرعة بطيئة جدا؟ كيف فعلت ذلك؟
أظن I don't know how to say this. الصبر.
نعم.
جاء الصبر لأني كنت صائم، وكنت أريد أن أفعل شيئا لأفهم أكثر مما أفهم اللغة العربية. لأن لما أذهب إلى المسجد لا أدري ماذا يقول الإمام، وماذا تقرأ في الصلاة من القرآن ومن الذكر ومن التسابيح وكل هذه الأشياء. فأردت أن أعرف ماذا أقول في الصلاة وماذا أسمع في الجمعة.
ممتاز.
فأردت أن أتعلم اللغة العربية لكي أفهم القرآن ولكي أفهم
كل شيء بالعربية.
نعم، كل شيء.
ما شاء الله. هل كان صعبا أن تجلس 3-4 ساعات في مكان منعزل في المسجد؟ عادة في النهار لا يكون هناك كثير من المصلين، وتقرأ لوحدك بصوت عال. كنت تقرأ بصوت عال؟ نعم. هذا يساعد أيضا. لو كان القراءة في السر فهذا لا يساعد على النطق الجيد، بل أنت قرأت بصوت عال وهذا يساعدك على النطق. ثم هل كان أحد يصحح لك مثلا قراءتك؟
لا، كنت أسمع إلى القراء على جوالي،
على الهاتف المحمول.
نعم. الجوال. فكنت أسمع فقط القراء. فهذا
يعني قليل من ما حفظته منذ كنت صغيرا على قليل من سماعك للقراء استطعت أن تتقن. أنا أرى أنك فعلا حققت المعجزة. أنا فخور بك، وهذا الشيء الذي فعلته يجب أن تكون فخورا به، وأن تساعد الآخرين بأن تقول لهم فقط عليكم أن تؤمنوا وتعملوا، وقل واعملوا فسيرى الله عملكم ورسوله والمؤمنون. أنا أبارك لك وأشكرك لأنك حققت هذه المعجزة التي كنا نبحث دوما عن طلاب لديهم الإصرار ولديهم العمل والجد لكي يصلوا إلى هذه النتيجة الجيدة. شكرا لك أخي حكيم.
جزاك الله كل خير.
وأسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يزيدك من علمه ويفتح لك فتوح العارفين.
آمين.
والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.